Top 10 MLB starting pitchers, 5 to 1, 2015 edition.
Number 5, Felix Hernandez, age 29, Seattle Mariners starting pitcher. So, one of the few guys that has made a big difference in Seattle sports over the past, 11 years now. Pretty much top 5 pitcher pretty much in the game. I mean, he's been able to just pretty much put Seattle on the map in terms of like pitching wise. Seattle isn't really a great team overall, but they're trying to be. I mean, last time 2001 when they were just fantastic, lost to the Yankees in the ALCS. That's a different story for a different time. But yeah, it's Felix Hernandez, great pitcher. Just like overall, he's been unhittable at times in games. I mean, he's had his moments, his really highlights of his career, and he's been able to do it. Looking at six-time All-Star, a Cy Young Award winner, an MLB wins leader, two-time ERA leader, and he pitched a perfect game in August 15, 2012. I was here in the summer of that time. The whole like town was crazy over that. It was a big moment in sports history in Seattle because, well, honestly, the history of Seattle sports isn't really too bright. Like, sadly, it isn't. I mean, the Sonics moving out. Seattle Seahawks, they're pretty much the only thing that people really cheer for here. Mariners are really like existent at times because people don't really pay attention to them, even if they have superstar players like Robinson Cano or Felix Hernandez. It doesn't matter. They're not really into it as much as like the Seahawks as well. But yeah. So Felix Hernandez, this year, 31 games started. He pitched 2 complete games, 2 shutouts, pitched 201.2 innings, gave up 180 hits, 79 runs, but he was able to have 191 strikeouts, 18-9 record, a 1.18 WHIP, and a 3.53 ERA. That's the highest ERA in his career. So I mean, that's another thing. His velocity has gone a bit down, and his whole demeanor has gone a bit down. But again, he's still 29, so I mean, he's definitely, his arm has being pitching 11 years. I mean, I'm not surprised that his arm would get a little slower than it's used to, but I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be out there productive as he always is. I expect like a comeback year for him in terms of like better numbers, and I don't see him really falling out of place. I still think he's an elite pitcher, so that's not a problem at all. Looking at 13 putouts, 26 assists, 2 errors, 2 double plays, 951 fielding percentage. So overall fielder wise, he's not bad. And when he had to hit, he had 3 at bats, a strikeout, pretty much. Yeah, he didn't hit anything. He was 0 average, 0 on base. So overall 0 across the board. So yeah, he's not like a hitter. Obviously, he's a pitcher, but he did what he could. Overall pitching wise, though, he could be better. But I mean, it's Felix Hernandez, so he's still gonna get his strikeouts in, and he's still gonna like get people out. So overall, I still see him as a potential Cy Young Award candidate next year. Hopefully, he wins it because he hasn't won it in a very long time. I think last time was like 2009 or something like that. But he should be able to get it if he pitches extremely well, and he can get back to his old ways. So, all right, number 4, David Price, age 30, Boston Red Sox starting pitcher. Overall, everywhere he has gone, he's done a great job pitching wise. I mean, he's exploded when he was in Tampa Bay. Got him to went to the World Series 2008, lost to the Phillies. By the way, that's my team. I am a Phillies fan, but I do respect players and I do respect teams. So that's another reason why I feel like I am fair when it comes to countdowns and all that. I look more into the player than the team or stuff like that. I'm not biased. But overall, yeah. Back to what I was saying. David Price is a Tiger. Great job at there. I mean, I feel like they shouldn't have traded him. That was the worst idea ever that the Detroit did, but they did that. He went to Toronto. Toronto, wow. I mean, just like it was good enough to have Josh Donaldson. Having David Price was went to another level. Went all the way to the ALCS. Lost to the Kansas City Royals, best team in baseball by far. I think the best team in baseball is going to be this year as well. I think they can definitely repeat. But overall, though, this is a pitcher that everywhere he goes, he makes an impact, and he just pitches his way to the top. And like I said, he deserves to be in the top 5 because he's always been constantly just a terrific pitcher that is so dangerous to go up against. Um, saw it in free agency. He got signed by the Boston Red Sox. I was actually kind of sad. I wanted him to stay in Toronto. I thought the Blue Jays could have done something really big there with him, with Tulo and all those guys now. But it is what it is, business. And he went to the Boston Red Sox, which signed him 7 years, $217 million. So a lot of money over there, a lot of things to pay up there. But he'll be in Boston until he's 37, pretty much, if that contract stays. We'll see how it goes. Every time you get a guy that's in the 30s or something, and you pay him that much, you're taking a risk because you don't know what he's gonna give to you in the next 3-4 years, if he's even gonna start slowing down and stuff. Overall, though, 5-time All-Star, AL Cy Young Award winner, AL wins leader, 2-time AL ERA leader, MLB strikeout leader. Overall, fantastic pitcher, fantastic player. He's fun to watch. He's always fun to watch, and definitely he was in discussion for AL Cy Young this year because he did such a great job in Toronto and Detroit at the same time that it was just fantastic to see. But overall, though, what he's done this year, 32 games started, 3 complete games, a shutout, 220.1 innings pitched, gave up 190 hits, 60 runs, but he had 225 strikeouts, an 18-5 record, 1.08 WHIP, 2.45 ERA. So fantastic ERA, fantastic. He was terrific when I saw him pitch. He was unbelievable. He was fun to watch for me, just like Jake Arrieta. He was fun to watch. As a fielder, 14 putouts, 23 assists, 2 errors, 1 double play, 949 fielding percentage. So not a bad fielder, for sure. I think he definitely had when he had to, he was able to create something. And then batting wise, since they're in the AL, they don't bat much, but 32 games played, 9 at bats, 3 strikeouts, pretty much a 0 across the board. So you're not looking at a batting threat, but for sure when it comes to pitching, he's the top 5 pitcher in the league, and Boston is very, very, very lucky to have him. So we'll see what happens to him in Boston. But definitely he deserves to be in the top 5, and right now number 4 for sure. Number 3, Jake Arrieta, age 29, Chicago Cubs starting pitcher. A guy that's pretty much this year has been almost unstoppable, like a Zach Greinke and like Clayton Kershaw at times this year. I mean, he's had that potential to be pretty much the best pitcher in the game. I mean, he's had that exact same mentality. He's led this Cubs team. I mean, he's great. To me, like John Lester, should be 2. I think Jake Arrieta should be number 1. I think he should be the first starting pitcher there. He should start opening day. He's a great pitcher. It was unbelievable to see how good he's been ever since he's come into Chicago. He's definitely been a lot better than when he was in Baltimore. And that's my only question is, like, why did it take him this long? Or did he just need a change of scenery for him to just start, deucing it up, to start just racking Ks up and becoming a monster and as a pitcher? Because overall, I mean, if he had done this, when he first came in the league with Baltimore in 2010, you're looking at him with Charles Tillman, with Chris Tillman, Wei-Yin Chin, those type of guys, that are actually pretty decent, pretty good pitchers in the league. And you could have seen a really good Baltimore Orioles rotation. That could have been definitely a rotation that you're like, whoa, this is actually pretty good. But I mean, I'm glad that he's in Chicago. The Cubs definitely need him. This is a World Series contending team with him, pretty much. I mean, honestly, their whole roster is fantastic. Having him in the lineup, having him in the pitch rotation is pretty much a very big thing, especially how he had it this year. Overall, though, fantastic pitcher and deserves nothing but the best. Let me tell you. At 29, he's still got some years left. He's definitely developed late, but I'm glad he finally developed into this great dominant pitcher that I like to watch all the time. I love watching Arrieta. Arrieta is so fun to watch. Right now, 1 year, $10.7 million. That's all he has. So this is the year where he catches up, where he makes a big impression on Chicago, on the Cubs organization, because this is a guy that they need to sign a long term. This guy will get you down the long run. If you need him in the World Series, if you need him in the NLCS big moments, you need this guy starting pitching. You need this guy to pitch. And that's what the postseason is about. It's about pitching, and you want to rack up the most pitches that you can, because postseason time, that's what it's about. And Jake Arrieta, I think he's great postseason material. Overall, though, this year, pretty much his accolades as of right now, he won the Cy Young this year in the NL, MLB wins leader in this year, and he pitched a no-hitter this year, 2015. That's what I mean by this year. So pretty much last year, but you know what I mean. Overall, though, great year for him. You can see all those three accolades were in 2015. That shows what type of year he had in 2015, just overall dominant. And to show you, he had 33 games started, 4 complete games, 3 shutouts, 229 innings pitched. He allowed 150 hits, allowed 45 runs, but he was able to have 236 strikeouts, a 22-6 record, a .86 WHIP, and a 1.77 ERA. That's impressive. You know, for Greinke, he had a 1.65 or something like that. But like, you see what pitching has come down to. I mean, they're getting lower and lower the ERAs, and it's great to see for baseball. And then you're looking at, fielding wise, 33 putouts, 49 assists, 4 errors, 5 double plays, 953 fielding percentage. Not the best, but not bad. So not a bad fielder. When you had to get the job done, you got the job done. And then when he was hitting in 33 games played, 79 at bats, 3 runs scored, 79 at bats in 33 games played, 5 runs, 12 hits, a double, a triple, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, a walk, 45 strikeouts. He had a 152 average, a 163 on base, a 286 slugging, and a 429 OPS. Pretty much, it wasn't a bad hitter neither. Obviously, the average looks like it otherwise, but you're looking at 12 hits. That's not bad. So overall, though, great pitcher, and he's earned his spot in the top 5 for sure. Number 2, Zach Greinke, age 32, Arizona Diamondbacks starting pitcher. We all know. For me, it was sad. I wanted Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw to be both together in the same rotation for the Dodgers next year. I was like, yes, please make that a thing. I don't want Zach Greinke going anywhere. I want him to stay in LA. I know the Dodgers have a great rotation with him and Clayton in there. They can add some quality pieces to there, and I think with Scott Kazmir, I felt like the Dodgers had a good thing. I'm not saying the Dodgers don't have a good thing. It's just that you can't replace a Zach Greinke. That's just something that's not really doable, and that's the reason why he's at number 2. The value of him is unbelievable. The way he's been pitching has been unbelievable, and definitely a great revival in my opinion. It's been a great, job that they have pretty much gotten. That they've gotten. My bad. That they got Zach Greinke in LA because it revived his career from Kansas City. Having to go a little loopy loop with Milwaukee and LA, but then he got to LA the Dodgers way, not the Angels way, and he just succeeded from there. Unbelievable player. Overall, yeah, he's in Arizona now as a Diamondback, 6 years, $206.5 million. That's the only problem. You're 32 years old. I don't know how long he'll be like having this type of streak where he's just dominant. Hopefully he does. But this is the reason why when you sign guys that for that much money, you don't know, you can get a risk out of it. That you can see with Albert Pujols or Prince Fielder, that type of thing, where certain things happen and they don't produce as well as like you think they should. That's because it's a new area, so they're not going to perform as great when they are in a new area with a new face, new place. It's a big experience. So anyway, Zach Greinke though, what he's done pretty much so far in his career. I mean, 3-time All-Star, 2-time MLB ERA leader, AL Cy Young Award winner, a 2-time Gold Glover, and a Silver Slugger. Overall, he can hit. I know that for sure. We all know he can hit, and he's just a great pitcher overall, just fantastic. So he deserves to be a Cy Young. And again, he was in the discussion for being Cy Young with Clayton Kershaw. So I mean, you see that 1-2 punch that they had in LA, but not anymore. Right now, Zach Greinke with his stats this year: 32 games started, one complete game. He pitched 222.2 innings, allowed 148 hits, 41 runs, but had 200 strikeouts, a 19-3 record, a .84 WHIP, and a 1.66 ERA. Pretty much untouchable. He was untouchable for a good month or something like that, a month and a half. I remember in 2015, it was an unbelievable streak. I was like, oh my god, no one can touch this guy. No one can. Nothing is getting him phased. It was unbelievable. But anyway, his fielding, when he had to field, you're looking at 19 putouts, 41 assists, 2 errors, 2 double plays, and 968 fielding percentage. It's pretty good. So overall, great fielding percentage for him. A great fielder in itself. Like I said, adds more flavor to what he's valued. And again, looking at what he did, batting wise, in 32 games played, 67 at bats, 8 runs, 15 hits. Sorry about that. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, 14 strikeouts, a stolen base, a 224 average, a 232 on base, a 343 slug, and a 575 OPS for a pitcher, for a starting pitcher. That's pretty damn good. And like I said, he keeps getting his value up because of what he can do pretty much in all these areas. So great job to Zach Greinke, number 2 for sure. Best pitcher, starting pitcher in the world, in the planet, Clayton Kershaw, age 27, Los Angeles Dodgers starting pitcher. 27 years old. He's been around for 8 years, and he's already became one of the best starting pitchers pretty much in league history by far. Like, I'm dead serious. Unbelievable, unbelievable player. I mean, what he's able to do with just his pitches, what he's able to do with the game. He's able to control the game. He's able to make sure everyone is all in line. He's able to frustrate guys, and he expects nothing but just pure perfection from him. And let me tell you, he's been nothing but dominant ever since he's come into the league. He is by far the best pitcher in the game, in the world, and there's nothing else I can say. Los Angeles has himself a very lucky starter in their rotation. First of all, Clayton Kershaw has got 5 years, $153.6 million deal left in his contract. It's more than enough. I'm pretty sure in that span he'll probably have 2 more Cy Youngs. I mean, pretty much he's going to break the record for the most Cy Young Award winners like of all time, because this guy's going to be he's already 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He's going to be at least 7, 8 times he'll be a Cy Young Award winner. He's unbelievable. Looking at what he's done so far in his career, 5-time All-Star, he's a Gold Glover, he's got the Triple Crown, he's been an NL MVP, a 3 times NL Cy Young Award winner, a 2-time NL wins leader, a 4-time NL ERA leader, a 3-time NL strikeout leader, and a Roberto Clemente Award winner, and he pitched a no-hitter. So overall, he's done pretty much a lot. I mean, more than pitchers dream of in their career. And no-hitter, that's why he stands out a lot with the elite in the game of all time. And right now, because of that no-hitter, it's kind of got him to like that elite level. Anyway, Clayton Kershaw this year, 33 games started, 4 complete games, 3 shutouts. He pitched in 232.2 innings, allowed 163 hits, allowed 55 runs, but he had 301 strikeouts, a 16-7 record. He had a .88 WHIP and a 2.13 ERA. Overall, those are Cy Young Award numbers, and that is the reason why he was a candidate for the Cy Young. He didn't win it. We all know who did, Jake Arrieta. But overall, Clayton Kershaw, wow. Like, you talk about a multiple Cy Young candidate. He's going to be a Cy Young candidate for a very long time. Looking at what he did fielding-wise, he had 8 putouts, 45 assists, an error, double play. He had a .981 fielding percentage. Overall, outstanding fielder when he had to be, and he didn't commit many errors, so that's a plus. And then batting-wise, so as a hitter, he was also, from what I heard, he was pretty good. Looking at what he did, 71 at bats in 34 games played, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, 23 strikeouts, a 127 average, a 162 on base, a 155 slugging, 317 OPS. Not the best numbers, but overall, I mean, he got his hits. He had doubles. That's a plus. That's a thing that people don't notice. That's really impressive for a pitcher to get extra base hits, and that's the thing that he did. And overall, fantastic job for him this year. Another great year from him, and the best pitcher on the planet, definitely for sure, by far, Clayton Kershaw.